These are 7 minutes of my automotive hot takes, from the controversial to the not so controversial, and everything else in between. I'm going to share some of my opinions in the car world. Some of these you might agree with, others you'll probably hate, but that's the fun part. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything or repeat what everyone else says. I'm just saying what a lot of people think but won't admit. My first hot take, I hate supercars. And I don't mean they're not for me hate, I mean I can't stand them. Yeah, I know, I said this in my first ever video, but this time I'm doubling down on it, because honestly, supercars are boring. They're over-designed, overpriced, and completely soulless. Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bugattis, all of them. I don't even care to learn about them. Whenever I tell other car guys, they look up to me like I just personally insulted them. But let's be real here, you don't need to worship $400,000 toys to be a real car enthusiast. Supercars are status symbols, not driver's cars. They're made for influencers and millionaires who want attention, not people who actually love driving. Every time I see a supercar on the highway, I don't think, wow, that's cool. I think, wow, that's a terrible financial decision. Congrats, you just dropped $500,000 on something that's gonna be worth less than a new Camry in 2030. And I get it, some people dream about owning one, but me, I'm proud to say I'd rather put my time into cars that actually matter. Cars people actually drive and modify. The supercar world is a completely different planet. It's not about passion anymore, it's about flexing wealth, and it's exactly why I want nothing to do with it. Hot take number 2. Japanese cube cars make way more sense than anything we drive in America. Yeah, I said it. I'd rather drive a goofy little soapbox from Japan rather than 90% of the bloated SUVs clogging our roads today. In Japan, these cars actually fit the environment. Tiny, fuel efficient, easy to park, and perfect for narrow streets. They're practical, cheap, and smart. Meanwhile, we're out here driving tanks to pick up groceries. And honestly, it's hilarious. Japan gets these fun little K cars that sip gas, and we get compact SUVs that weigh 4,000 pounds. Here's the thing. K-cars make sense there because people don't have to commute 80 miles a day. They've got buses, trains, actual public transportation. Here, you're lucky if there's a single bus route in your town that shows up on time. And you know what? I'd still own one here. Yeah, I'd risk sitting in traffic next to a lifted F-250 just to drive something interesting and cool, because at least cube cars have personality. SUVs don't. They all look like angry toasters and drive like drywall. People from Japan visit the US and ask, where are all your K-cars? We don't have any. Not even one. Because we've been brainwashed into thinking bigger equals safer, and half of our population can't even fit in one anyway, so what's the point? The Scion XB was the closest we ever got, and of course, it's gone now. So yeah, if America actually built the cities for people instead of parking lots, maybe we'd get to enjoy these awesome little cubes too. But now, we're stuck with bloated crossover trash instead of cars with real charm. It really makes me wonder, if America wasn't car-centric, what would our cars look like today? Hot take number 3. The new WRX fell off hard. I hate the new WRX. It doesn't even feel like a WRX anymore. It looks like a watered-down sedan that forgot what made it special in the first place. Subaru somehow took a rally legend and turned it into something your uncle trades in after 3 years for crosstech. The older WRXs had attitude. They looked mean. They looked fast even when parked. The hood scoop actually meant something. The fenders had that rally aggression, and the car just had this raw mechanical feel that screamed driver's car. But now, it looks like someone grabbed the base Impreza, slapped on some cheap plastic on the sides, and said, yep, that's sporty enough. I get that Subaru wanted to make it more comfortable and modern, but come on, no one was buying a WRX for comfort. The plastic cladding looks like it was borrowed from crosstech, and the design overall just feels lazy. The WRX used to stand out, but now it blends in with every other soulless car on the road. Even the interior feels like it's losing touch. Giant touchscreen, fake carbon fiber trim, digital everything. I miss when cars are about driving, not menus and touchscreen lag. It's all getting so bland and overdesigned. Since 2020, every car's been overdesigned, and I don't know why. Because every car maker decides everything now needs to look like a spaceship. So the WRX used to represent fun, simplicity, and excitement, but now it's just another overdesigned, overpriced sedan pretending to be sporty. Subaru really killed off their own icon, and honestly, it's sad to see. Hot take number 4. Minivans are cooler than SUVs. Yeah, I said it. They are cooler than SUVs. Everyone loves to hate those soccer mom minivans, but honestly, I don't get why. They're practical, comfortable, and actually serve a purpose. Meanwhile, SUVs are just pretending to be useful. Think about it. A minivan could haul anything, and still give you better gas mileage than a bloated 3-row SUV. You've got sliding doors, tons of space, and way more comfort. SUVs try so hard to look rugged or sporty, but at the end of the day, they're just tall wagons pretending to go off-road. And don't even get me started with the image argument. Oh, minivans aren't cool. Neither is spending 70 grand on a grocery getter with a fake off-road plastic cladding and a trail edition badge that'll never touch dirt. A Sienna or Odyssey actually does everything better, minus a fake ego boost. If anything, minivans are the most honest cars on the road. They don't pretend to be tough, they don't pretend to be fast, they just do the job right. And with modern tech and even all-wheel drive options now, they're not even trying to be the slow, boring boxes they used to be. Honestly, I'd take a well-equipped Sienna or Chrysler Pacifica over a luxury SUV today. At least they're not trying too hard. SUVs became status symbols, and minivans stayed real. So yeah, call them boring if you want, but I'll be the one with actual storage space, better ride quality, and no fake off-road badges. Hot take number 5. I'm not interested in enthusiast cars. You know, the car society expects every car guy to drive. Your 350Zs, Civics, BRZs, Miatas, I don't even want that. I don't want to fit into that mold of what the internet thinks a car enthusiast should be. Every time someone finds out I'm into cars, they instantly assume I want a drift missile or a slammed Civic. I'm not about that. I hear people act like you need an enthusiast car to be a real enthusiast. Like if you drive a so-called NPC car, suddenly your opinion doesn't matter. The mindset is just dumb. Being a car enthusiast isn't about following a checklist, it's about enjoying cars for what you like. Now, I'm not a fan of enthusiast cars, but I respect them. I respect people who modify them correctly, build them, and take pride in their rides. That's cool, but for me, I'd rather have a fun daily driver. Something simple, something that feels good to drive but also practical enough for real life. Give me a solid sedan or hatchback over some loud, uncomfortable project car any day. And to be clear, never an SUV. I don't care how sporty it is or how much groceries it can fit in the trunk. SUVs are not fun, they're not engaging, and they have zero connection to the road. You can have an enthusiast car and daily at the same time. The Honda Accord Coupe is a perfect example. It's an enthusiast car because it's a coupe and sporty, but it also has Honda Accord roots, so you get really good reliability, comfort, and a fair price tag. You don't have to be driving a stripped out sports car to call yourself a car guy. And at the end of the day, what makes someone a true car enthusiast isn't what's in their driveway, it's about how much they care about cars. So what do you think? Do you agree with most of these hot takes, or do you disagree? Curious to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Also, please let me know if you'd like a part 2 with even more takes and opinions. Thanks for watching, and remember people, drive safe, drive smart, but most importantly, drive something worth talking about. See you in the next one.